Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. I'm TJ O'Connor. With me, as always, Damian the Wolverine Hill. Trash Talk is joined tonight by Lucky Sean McPadden. We're going to discuss everything. But first, I got to name the sponsors of the show: Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Shrinks Tattoo, Origin Wellness CBD, The Striking Institute, Spartan Martial Arts, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, The Fighters, and my mom, Sean. Thanks for joining us. How you doing, man?
Making it.
Yeah.
Day by day process and whatever you want to call this. I don't know if pandemic is quite the right word I would use at this point. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are on board with you right now. I mean, especially since a lot of the small businesses are running out of business. And I don't know, there's just so much more that goes along with this for the people that aren't necessarily affected by the actual COVID-19. We're affected by the circumstances of the COVID-19.
Yeah.
Well, I had a conversation with an extremely intelligent person, somebody who's in graduate school right now, and she's very, very good at seeing both sides of the argument. I mean, it's what she does. And basically, the conclusion I came to with her was the people who are vulnerable have been addressed. Okay? These people can stay home. They can receive $600 plus worth of unemployment a week, $1,200 stimulus checks. Like, I mean, if you can't live off of $2,400 as a single person, $2,400 a month, I mean, you really got to look at your finances and get some shit together. It's personal opinion. And then if you have kids, I know you're getting extra on top of whatever the that $600 plus whatever unemployment you're receiving from, like, I know certain people are making like $2,000 a week off of unemployment. So like, I'm gonna be real. I haven't collected a single fucking dime off of unemployment. I've worked my ass off every single fucking minute. If you guys, you guys know me. I'm a hard working blue collar fucking American kid. Like, I'm here to whoop ass, take names, and just fucking make it. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to. I don't try to take what I don't need. And it's just like, it's really frustrating to see the situation we're in. But kind of getting back to the point, these people who are vulnerable, and it's legit. My mom works in the hospital. They have 2 floors of ICU patients, and there's tragic things happening every single day. People die every single day. America got caught with the world got caught with its pants down. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but like 6 years ago, I think the Obama administration gave the CDC millions of dollars to hire 30 employees to specifically study flu-like pandemic viruses. Because after SARS, after MERS, people were starting to get scared. Okay. You want to know how many? And the CDC was just questioned about this. There's you can look it up on YouTube or Google or whatever. You want to know how many people they've hired in the past 6 years while receiving all that money? Millions of dollars of money from our government? None. Are you fucking kidding me? So when Trump goes, fuck you, whoever he just basically gave the middle finger to that and said, we're not giving you a dime, that's fucking why.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm getting all fucking, I have, my personal interests are all fucked up. I got laid off from work. I had to find, I found different jobs and shit like that. And, my soul, my love, everything that I pour myself into for fighting has been completely derailed. And it fucking sucks for me because like this was my year. I've been telling you guys since December. I'm in the Contender Series this fucking year. I'm in the UFC this fucking year. So I feel a little robbed right now. I'm pissed off, but you know, it is what it is. Life will move on. Time will keep ticking. But back to just like, you know, we have the vulnerable people have been taken care of with unemployment benefits and stimulus. Now it's time to take care of the people who aren't as vulnerable. Okay, people who want to get back to work, small businesses that want to get back to running.
Yeah.
Starting the economy back up. I agree with starting it slow. You can't just fucking, you know, hit the start and stop button. You're gonna crash the economy. But you can't also like. I mean, we've been stopped for too long, so we have to kind of, unfortunately, do it a little, maybe a little faster than we should. But
Well,
we're killing people. We really are.
Yeah.
Okay. Killing people.
I got a few things to say. Like I feel like you're on a receiving end of a lot of the negative the negative effects of the quarantine, and I also feel like you understand the effects of the reason behind the quarantine, but you also aren't a dummy and you understand that. I mean, people that are at risk have been taken care of. I mean, take all the precautions, stay home, let everybody else kind of get back to work, and you understand the fact that there might be some restrictions when we all do get back to work and get back to doing everything. But when everything does get back into effect and you are able to do everything, and I don't want to say this as because I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm not a doctor. But if the numbers start to increase on the return as if the news has been spreading as of right now, would you be concerned or like feel like you were more at risk if the numbers of the people infected with COVID-19?
I'm going to be honest. I would be shocked at this point if I have not been in contact with it already. I have worked in factories, I've worked delivery, I've worked takeout. I've been working this entire time. There has not gone a week where I haven't put in 30 hours at some different location.
Yeah.
Okay? I've been in contact with people who work in the hospitals. I've been in contact with people who meet with vulnerable different people. Like, I mean, I've been in contact with high schoolers, you know, kids who've gone to school. I've been in contact with people who go to college. Like, at some point in time, like, I feel like I've already been in contact with it. And, you know, I'm young, I'm healthy. I have an amazing immune system. Short of a couple allergies, I mean, I'm golden. I am comfortable and confident in my body's ability to take on said virus and move forward. I think the only way at this point we kind of conquer this challenge in front of us is to face it a little more head on and stop trying to, you know, escape the side streets because it's everywhere. Okay,
Yep.
This is a disease that is what they make it sound to be, super highly contagious, and it's not going away anytime soon. I mean, they can sit there and lie to you and lie to you and lie to you that, oh, we're gonna have a cure in 6 months, or I heard September today, which it doesn't work like that. Vaccines don't work like that.
Yeah.
An improper if like you don't go through the proper steps of a vaccine, it'll kill people. It'll literally kill people. It'll get them so much more sick than if they just regularly came in contact with it. Because, I mean, basically, when you take a vaccine, right, aren't you just injecting said disease into your body?
And hoping you build antibodies.
Exactly. So, like, you're going to tell me we're going to rush this vaccine. No, don't fucking rush the vaccine. I want you to go through all the processes. Yeah. And I want us to just be as careful and, you know,
yeah,
you do what we can. But like we're at a tipping point where 30 million unemployed.
Yeah.
And like I don't know.
It's one of those things, and
I don't know.
It's one of those things.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking. I've been waiting. I'm waiting for the stock market to crash another 30%. Something's going to happen. The only thing that's pissing me off is the Fed is bailing everybody out. And then I got Warren Buffett and Powell over there saying, don't bet against America. We can print more money than anything.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Yeah,
then you're sitting here, you're worrying about inflation and shit like that. So it's like, yeah, because the market was sitting in a bubble, the housing market's sitting in a bubble, everything's fucking sitting in this bubble waiting to be popped, and here comes COVID, boom, pops it. What the fuck's gonna happen? So
Yeah.
I've seen so many companies is like that third week of March go down like 60-70%. Like that's fucking.
Oh, I got a question right now for you. Okay, so with all of these companies kind of like plummeting a little bit, and especially the small businesses, like a lot of these major corporations are still doing all right, but a lot of these small businesses are kind of failing. The UFC is the only promotion right now that's actually active. What do you think it's going to do for the smaller promotions that are trying to put on these shows and actually help build the guys up the way that you came up?
I fear for promotions that have to rent any kind of equipment or still are paying off any kind of equipment. Because that is a shitty position to be in. We're looking at not a whole lot of funds. We're looking at restrictions on events, and we're not like events are not going to be put on till September. Like legally speaking wise, I do not see legal events happening till September.
Yeah.
It's just the truth of it. I mean, this is a close contact sport. We're a sporting event. People get fucking packed in. Like, people are going to be in close contact for multiple hours at a time. And I don't know if you guys know this, but our governor doesn't like the sound of that. He thinks everybody's going to die.
He's a piece of shit. But anyway.
Yeah, I didn't say that. What do you mean?
Shit. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. But anyway, I guess with all of that, like, going on, like, you had some plans going on. We don't have to talk specifically about those plans because it doesn't have to be released yet, even though I do want to state for a fact to anybody that is listening right now, I knew what they were. I found out on my own, and I'm the shit. I'm a fucking investigative reporter to the full extent of the fucking word when it comes to anyway. And then, but you had some plans, and you spoke on it earlier. You had some plans on making it to the Contender Series, trying to make it to the a next level promotion, either Bellator, ONE FC, UFC, anywhere. I mean, and honestly, I think you would be perfect for the UFC, just your personality, your fight style, everything, and the weight division. But how has this affected your plans as a fighter? It's kind of hard to map everything out as a fighter because there's so many things that come up that are so unexpected, like the COVID-19 quarantine. But how has this affected your plans so far? Has anything changed, or has it just been delayed?
I mean, I would say derailed. I mean, my plans have been completely and totally derailed this year. Right now, I'm hoping I get one fight in this year. And this year, I was planning on fighting 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I mean, I feel completely and totally derailed, and I'll just come out and say it. Me and Angel Pacheco were going to fight. That was going to be my coming out fight, okay? First time the world was about to see Lucky on national television, on UFC Fight Pass, for Uncle Dana to see, and me and Angel would have put on a firework fucking show that would put the Super Bowl to shame. Okay, that was the most gangster fight scheduled in Minnesota. That was possibly for the past decade. Okay, 2 hot up-and-comers with ridiculous amateur experience, been around the game since they were under the age of 18. We're both super comfortable in a ring, in a cage. We both were composed. Like, it would have been assassin versus assassin. And I was super, super pumped for that because that was my fight. I go out there, I win that fight, and I say, hey, I'm 5-0, 5 finishes, 5 good wins. Who's next? I mean, I was looking at an LFA title run this year, or I was looking at the UFC. So I feel a little derailed right now, but hey, man, I mean, as you guys know, the longer you give me to improve my game, the worse it gets. And I haven't stopped. I'm fucking sharpening the same old tools I got, and now I'm making new ones. And I mean, you're gonna get your demonstration later this year. I promise that. Whether it's a North Star Combat card up north, or if LFA swings through, or whatever happens. I mean, don't worry. I'll be on full demonstration with everything I've been working on.
Okay. I feel like I'm kind of still on TJ's question because I feel like I'm having a telekinetic moment right now. But since the fight is not going to happen on the original date that it was supposed to happen, do you feel like you two will end up matching up with each other in the future, either before or after you get to the Bellator, UFC, or whatever level? I mean, that's a fight that I am definitely interested in seeing. I love it stylistically, personality-wise, and just because I know the backstory, how you just expressed it. You guys have been in this game since before you turned 18. You guys have been, just fucking
We're lifers.
skilled and being developed for this sport specifically. You guys are not just the second and third generation. You guys are the full-on next wave of fighter. And the game has evolved so much already, but to be the next wave and to have you two, honestly, in my opinion, be like the first next wave out of Minnesota at the pro level, being matched up, that is a fight I would love to see. Do you think it ever gets made in the future, or did we just kind of miss out on this, like Tony Khabib?
It is really, really tough because looking at this from a business standpoint and you have to run that as a pro fighter. I really do believe so. As you have to look at yourself as a business and risk reward opportunity, right? Angel and me fighting each other at this point in time is a big risk for both of us, but the reward of that, to have that kind of name on my record, fuck, man, that looks real, real good.
Yeah.
But if it's not on national TV, I wouldn't do it.
Hey,
unless I'm getting fucking like paid, unless I'm getting paid, I'm not gonna do it. No, it's not like I said, the risk reward has to be there, and if that's not there, it's not happening. And that's no dig against any promotion that's not like on that national kind of stage, but it's like I gotta take care of the business.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this right now. Me and Angel, who would win? I don't know. It's such a good matchup. His boxing's better than mine. I'm a better kicker. Where's the clinch? He's got a great boxing kind of clinch. I got a really good Muay Thai kind of clinch. Jiu-jitsu, we've gone back and forth in tournaments against each other. Wrestling, who knows where the wrestling stands? I mean, neither of us really wrestle. So it's like,
yeah,
it's such a tough matchup. Sure, and you guys know this. Sure, I look like a grappler, but I can strike. Sure, he looks like a striker, but he can grapple. So it's like,
yeah, dude. I mean, stylistically, the matchup is fucking amazing, and I mean, so the two of you being matched up in a fight, would you see it going as stand up, or would you see it going to the ground? Because both of you guys are so dynamic with your striking, and both of you guys possess a lot of dangerous skills when it comes to the stand-up department. How do you see the fight going? Would it go to the ground at all,
Honestly, me and Angel are both extremely intelligent fighters. So what is working best, or do I need to adapt? You know, do I need, obviously I go in there, I do game film. I go in there with a strategy. How am I going to attack this guy? Is this going to work? If I get a minute in my shit that I thought was going to work is not working, I'm going to adapt.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Simple.
one of the things that I was thinking about this fight too, and you had kind of stated it, like no matter what, whoever wins this fight is gonna move on to something good. And if you were to win, you would definitely move on to something good, especially having a name like Angel Pacheco on your record as a win. And no matter what, I feel like win, lose, or draw for either one of you,
Yeah.
both are going to go on to do some amazing things. And it's just going to set up maybe a pretty highly anticipated rematch in the UFC, Bellator, or ONE FC, depending on if you guys both go to the same promotion or not. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, in my opinion, for the both.
No, and I have the utmost respect for Angel. He is one of the most intelligent fighters I've ever come in contact with. He is a constant learner. He is constantly improving. He's constantly learning new things and applying new things to his game. He's a lot like me. We're constantly evolving because we know when you figure out the pattern, game, set, match. Checkmate, easy peasy. That's why I finish so many guys so quick, because I watch the game film. I study the chessboard, game, set, match. Boom, just like that. I have my strategy in hand. Boom. There's no adjustments. I don't need to make any in-ring adjustments. I don't need to adapt my strategy at all. I'm like, oh, hey, look at what I thought was going to work is working really well. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm talking this time, Damien.
Yeah,
So I haven't said shit for like 10 minutes. No, I know. I got some stuff to catch up on here. But no, I love what you said. I think that's an amazing fight. I couldn't be more biased towards both of you as fighters. So as a fan, I just enjoy that fight. And one of the things that I really like what Damien said is I feel like everybody always tends to look at it. I mean, obviously there is a huge risk reward, like you said, but I feel like those type of situations only help a fighter. I'm a nerd. I'll go through and I'll just look at guys' records. And if you go look at high level fighters and you go back to their early careers and you see how many other high level fighters that they may have ran across at a young age, and sometimes the result of that fight means almost nothing. I mean, the perfect example, and it's just popping in my head right now. Everybody knows Matt Brown in the UFC. I mean, one of the baddest dudes, always known to scrap. What if I told you he fought Bellator champion Douglas Lima? You'd be like, what? That's fucking chaos. They fought when they were younger, and Matt Brown got the jump on him. Matt Brown won that fight. So you look at situations like that, and you're like, you think that's going to tell the future, and obviously it doesn't, because the way these things play out, and like you said, it is a business. And as a business, I feel like Sean McPadden is everything of a blue chip prospect. And I'm saying that to you and to the world. I mean, I feel like people know that. So playing the cards right is only the smart thing to do. And we talked about, in detail at the beginning, some of the nonsense going on and phasing things back in. But in reality, I feel like these things are going to be changing sooner than we speak. I feel like it's going week by week, day by day. We're starting to see some of these changes because, like you said, a vaccine, another 12 months away. What's the difference between right here today, May 20th, and July 1st? There's no difference in this point in time, and I think we're going to see things phased back in sooner, knock on wood at least. With that being said, and September being obviously a target date when you're thinking fights may be again, if things start rolling and a promoter, this is a video that hasn't even come out, I talked about promoters taking risk and being prepared to put on a show or two, knowing they might not see the same returns in order to provide that fan base and essentially make an investment. If that starts happening, how much time do you think you would need to get back in and take a fight?
Me, like I said, I'm targeted at September. There's an event that I'm looking at for October possibly. But as of right now, I am enjoying my little fat happy life, and I know personally 8 weeks I'm good to go. But shit, I'll probably do it in 6.
Well, what weight do you want to come back at? Would you want to cut? Okay, this is another question, just off of my own thought process. DJ Hayes did an interview with us during this, and he mentioned an open weight tournament. Well, I mean, not an open weight tournament, an open weight tournament between like basically 155 below, 155 up to 185, and then 185 up to 205 and 205 and up. And none of it counts on anybody's record. All of that, it's all exhibition, but it's a way to welcome everybody back into the game, still get paid if you're pro, and still stay active if you're amateur. How do you feel about it?
Well, last time I checked, most of the pro 155ers are cut from like $180. So
Oh, no.
I've never even been $180 in my life.
They're gonna be up. They're gonna be up. Everybody that's 155 and below is usually like the 45ers or 35ers that just got fat during the quarantine.
Yeah, but last time I checked, Blake Builder ain't a small 45er. You know,
You're right.
Gamma
You're
Red
right.
ain't a small 45er.
No.
I mean,
Brett,
there's pretty big fucking 45ers out there. I mean, we're talking guys who do walk north of about 170, 175 at 45. Hell, I even know a couple of 35ers who walk north of 175. That I don't get up that big. I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could get up that big, but I'm not built like that. Like there are some big. I mean, shit. Lance Palmer is the PFL one. Isn't he the PFL 130 or 145 champion?
145, yeah.
5'4", 5'6". He's a midget, but he's like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how about this? The right matchup at a catch weight as an exhibition.
I think. Okay. So at amateur, I think it's not a poor idea, but as a pro, you know, I've put in my rounds. I ain't getting hit unless I'm getting paid, and it's a good fight, and it makes sense. I mean, I've been in the trenches. I remember being, 17, 18 years old, sparring with guys who were 250 plus, chin tucked in the pocket, swinging hammers at each other. Longevity is so important in this. And if I don't take care of my head and take stupid fights and get hurt, like I got offered to fight Elijah Johns, who is basically a 50. He is trying to go down to 45. But they offered me him down in Texas on like 7 days notice or something like that. I'm not gonna take bad fights. I'm not gonna take stupid, risky fights. I mean, technically speaking, I'm better than him, but that's a big boy, and strength, muscle matters.
Yeah,
It's an athletic sport.
Can I just add something to that really quick? Because speaking as a guy who only took stupid fights, you are speaking from a level of wisdom. Like I spoke on it before, where like wisdom only comes with experience. But I feel like smart people are able to learn from the experiences of wise people, and because I'm wise enough to know that that was a stupid decision on my part every time I did it, and you're not willing to do it, you, sir, have picked up the wisdom from somebody along the way, and yes, you are fucking right. Do that shit.
Well, my first MMA mentor was Derek Getzel, right? I met Derek when he was fighting in Strikeforce. Derek, I think right now his record sets at like 8-7. I'm gonna tell you this right now, he's a lot better than that. His losses are to like, he's got 7 losses, but the guys, you're talking like a TJ O'Brien, who else? Jordan Parsons, like
Carlo Prater, high level guys. Johnny Case,
exactly. and shit. He beat Johnny Case once.
Yeah, they split. But yeah.
So it's like, I mean, when you take too many, and this is my thing with not taking that Angel fight, is the UFC basically has a policy. You lose 2 fights, especially at my age, you lose 2 fights, you're a pretty hard sell. You're a hard sell to get in. I mean, I'm not some international guy like Connor. Yeah. I'm not some guy who's gonna bring, millions and millions of people just right off the bat. Don't get me wrong, you give me a platform and you let me talk, people are gonna listen. That being said, I don't bring this enormous fan base. I'm not a coast kid. I am your Midwest, blue collar, hardworking fucking American kid. Yep. I'm not out there, constantly on social media trying to spread my name and push myself. And should I maybe do that a little more? Yeah, but it's not me. I'll let these sell me. Okay. These things have gotten me everything I've ever wanted in life, okay? Lightning and thunder right here. This makes the crack, this goes boom.
I love it.
What card do you see happening first that you're willing to jump on? Is it going to be a Driller promotion? Is it going to be Ironworks, a 3 River Throwdown? Is it be a LFA? Are you holding out? What's the plan?
The plan is to be ready September, and whoever's name gets written down, we address it and we go from there. There's not many 135ers, even 145ers that I'm gonna say no to. There are a couple without a large platform to broadcast the fight, or appropriate amount of pay that I would say no to though. And that's just, again, risk reward, good business.
Which is.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart. Like I said, you got to manage the stock. I feel like you're a blue chip prospect if we have them in MMA, and you just got to keep doing everything and stay on the tracks. I mean, we talked about it the whole episode, but I mean, it couldn't have been hit harder by the situation. You said it. You kind of referenced it earlier, but I remember talking to you last summer when you laid the plans out and everything was there. So I'm looking forward to seeing everything get back on track. You're not going to sell yourself, but I'm going to tell everybody that listens, Sean McPadden's not a guy you want to fight unless you're trying to get paid. But before we wrap it up, though, Sean, I always like to give the platform, teammates, sponsors. I feel like at this point, you know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, thank you first and foremost, though, you guys, for giving me the platform to talk. Whether it's about my political opinions or what's going on in my fight life, and just everything, man. You guys are the number one supporters of fighters in the Midwest, and I do, dude. I mean, I appreciate you guys so much. I really do.
We're nothing without the fighters. We're nothing without you. We're nothing without anyone that's willing to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Hey, that means a lot. I also want to give a huge shout out to all my sponsors that have, through and through, over years and years and years of grinding. I've been with me. I got Accelerated Chiropractic with Renee Taylor, Hong Thai, the best Thai food in the place in the world. Doing takeout, doing delivery. Hit up your DoorDash, your Uber Eats, whatever. Hit them up. They're just still working away, man. Kenyan Law, thank you so much for always being there. If you own a small business right now and you want to open up, Kenyan Law will be there to defend you. Don't worry. I'm sure I'm forgetting tons of other people. Thank you to all my coaches and all my training partners. And thank you to my girlfriend and my mom for help, supporting me and pushing me. And even when I want to get fat, they don't let me get too fat. Still staying on my case. Hey, I still run a 5K in under 23 minutes, so I'm still in shape. I promise. I'm just a little bigger, hit a little harder. Maybe moving up a weight class. We'll see. Fuck it. 45 sounds good right now. But yeah, I'm praying for everybody right now. This is a really, really tough situation, and whether it's finances or health that you're worried about, you know, I'm praying for all of you and the safety of your family, friends, and all that shit. So, you know, blessings to everybody, and have a good night, man. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us tonight. Really appreciate everything you said. And also, blessings sent from Trash Talk as well. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Trash Talk with Damien and TJ. Don't be a hoe.